Is this going to work? It's kind of windy today, and it's not completely out of the question that it might pee down with rain. It's kind of nice. This is, I grew up in weather like this, outside, winter's day, a little bit wet, a little bit cold, sun come out, nip into a pub for a hot fire and some chips. How we are. I've been busy this morning. I've been busy for a few days, but I wanted to just do a quick New Year's Eve one. I've made some notes on my hand while I was just mucking out. Yeah, how should we start this? Happy New Year, all of that. 2026. If that means something to somebody, write it down, send it in on a postcard. What have I got written down here? Venezuelan gold. It's an interesting talking point all by itself. Partially retarded Somalians. Oh, that's the partially retarded daycare. $9 billion worth of fraud for daycare centres for partially retarded Somalian pirates. Is that a thing? The language seems to have changed, you know, like, funny, like in the last 5 years, when I started doing rocks, no one was interested in rocks. Now, like, silver's gone up from $12 to like $80. All of a sudden, everybody's interested in rocks. I was contacted by the bloody Nigerians again the other day. What are we doing? Communism for failed capitalists and their autistic kids. Yeah, so like the Somalian pirate thing, comparable to like Plymouth's Little Nudge, kind of interesting. Tim, you know the old boy, Professor Tim Wilson. He's done a couple of interesting little things in the last few days, worth checking out. One of them is, that came up in my feed, I was travelling actually, I only got it in bits, but like put it all together and it was really good. And it was regarding basically Russia's kind of cornered position. It was a really interesting analysis because it could be applied to any of our failed institutions here in the UK as well at the moment. And art. Oh yeah, Tim Wilson, he did one about art and corruption. I'm going to smoke while I talk. Art and corruption. And how all of these £1 million paintings are hanging around in Freeport. Doesn't Plymouth want to be a Freeport? Isn't that what big fat Pemberley wants to do? Yeah, while they're down there doing daycare centres for autistic kids and Somalian pirates, we spent the last, year and a half. I do everything a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit fun, a little bit daft. Do you know what I mean? But the boat initiative, right? So we started off taking up like crappy old boats that are laying around and giving them to people that are being failed by homelessness provision. Been through all of that myself once in a blue moon, once upon a time. Wasn't a lot of fun. So set up this thing, get a crappy old boat, give it to someone that's a bit of a derelict too. Yeah, if you can figure something out between you, brilliant. You know, you've got you're a captain, you own a house, and we can give you a commercial charter. So that's all evolved now. So we are, like, the Funny Farm too is no longer just sort of like a sporadic set of sites across the southwest. We're building a village. That's what the Funny Farm is going to be. It's going to be a village, and I'm going to get hold of Richard Folks because I want to call it, what are you calling your place? Biggleswick. I'll call this like Boggleswick or something. So, you know what I mean? I would like to do a parody, so long as it's not insulting. So we're building a village and a merchant navy. So all of these homeless guys that we've given charters to, and now that Putin's like rocking back and forth out there in the North Sea, it might be handy to have a merchant navy running commodities, you know. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. The old arts hole, I don't know, call us what you like. Mild Mannered Militia, Funny Farm, mining company, international pop-up initiative. Right, and that brings me to the last little point I've written down here on my hand, which is exhibitions. We're doing 2 in America this year. They're going to be really, really fun. All of the classes and everything are still running. We're only taking on 6 students at a time per activity, and I'm not running any of it. Well, that's not true. I'm running all of it, but HMRC don't seem to understand that. They're still chasing. They want tax returns for a company they struck off in 2019, so they're mad. They're as mad as the people who do council tax. Everyone in this country is insane. Why can't you just, like... I've got a very interesting official position here in the UK. I actually advocate for it. More people should do it. It's a lot of fun. Well, minus this and that. Yeah, exhibition. So we'll do Portugal's in April. California is in May. Florida is in August. And there's there'll be other stuff here and there in between. I don't want to advertise because why would I want to fucking stand around talking to you? Where are we at? Go on, we'll run through that in just a few minutes. That's pretty good.